Ah, 20 years of Naruto. Man, do I feel old. Naruto was actually one of the first manga I ever read. Now, I hadn't been watching the anime from the jump, but once the internet started to become widely available, specifically YouTube, hey YouTube, Naruto became a little bit more available. And, well, watching Naruto on YouTube feels like going back to my roots. But apparently this animation explores the past 20 years of Naruto. Not Boruto though. We don't talk about Boruto here. Feel free to check out my Boruto manga reaction. But I'm excited to see what this tribute entails as we take a look back on all the greatest hits of our boy, Naruto Uzumaki. So join me, won't you? Of course, the Valley of the End. Oh, and that beautiful animation, yes. Oh, yo. Hell yeah. Oh, that iconic scene. God, this almost makes me wish they would animate the entire series. Bring you back even if I have to break every bone in your body. Oh, yes! Yes! What? Sad backstories. A certain man I want to kill. Oh no! Of course, the kiss. Haku! What? Oh, look how beautiful it looks! I'm gonna kill you! Oh man, these look so good! Oh, iconic! Oof! Dang! Whoa! Looks so beautiful! And some of these shots are completely just the same, but like with an overlay over them. Like, some of these are completely reanimated, some of these are just the shots kind of redone, because some of these were just done so well. Oh wait, are we going through all the various different songs? We are fighting dreamers, fighting dreamers, what? Fighting dreamers, yeah, just go my way. Oh, Jiraiya! Dude! Yes! Tamari! Oh, that fight against Shikamaru. Remember watching it on Toonami? Yo, they are killing this. Oh, look how beautiful the animation is. See, the flat color look? I didn't think I'd love it so much, but man. Oh, whoa, that was weird 3D. Yes. Oh, of course, that imagery. Like, yo, some of these are just pulled and reanimated, redone. Like, seriously, did they just get Tsunade? Like, I won't lie, it feels like they just got some of the previous storyboards and just reanimated them. Because it's like the exact same shots in the exact same style. And I read the manga. Some of these shots should not look like that if they're just redoing it from the manga. But man. Oh yes. Sombalasta! Oh, the fight on the roof. Are they gonna have that iconic shot? Oh, okay, they did it from the other angle. Nice. Sasuke's rage. And then he meets the sound for. I wonder if they're gonna do it for some of the filler too. I wonder what it would have been like if Sasuke had actually brought Sakura along with him. And then just BAM! Yeah, and then the fight. Like, yeah, these are just the exact same moments, the poses. Oh, that's different. Oh yeah, that iconic pose. Yo. Into the darkness. Baby. Hey. Oh yes, Bluebird. Oh wait, they're not doing Hero's Comeback. Aw, that's unfortunate, but Bluebird's more iconic. Oof. Yeah, come in with that harmonica, boy. I remember that moment. It was so iconic. I remember when Shippuden came out. Oh, me and my friends were so excited. And of course, they picked up right with the whole Orochimaru's Sasuke situation, completely skipping over the Gaara stuff. Oh, but we still saw Sakura and Sasori. Okay, a little bit of that. Nice. Aoi, no Sara, Azuma. Of course, put a little bit of that Shikamaru in there. This really does show off that our main characters were Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and then Shikamaru as a close fourth. Honestly, Shikamaru may be a little bit more than Sakura, I'll think. Oh, Jiraiya. I will admit, I was in disbelief with this moment. I did not think he was going to die. I thought someone was going to come in and save him or something. But nothing. It's the screaming pain. It ain't loud in my brain. And I'm going crazy head. It's these scars. Oof. Yes. And they should know to the fight, though. That's a bit of a bummer. Oh. Man, we just sped to the battle against pain. I know people would love to see this fight reanimated a bit. Ooh, yeah, when he got rocked by the Rokage. And the declaration of war. Yeah, oof. I'm sorry, Karen. One of your 2 appearances. Such a great moment. We didn't even show the moment with Minato, did we? Oh, yes. Oh, that moment when he unlocked this form. It was so good. Yes. Oh, these shots are so good. Nanimo. Yes. Oh, I'm still upset about that. I will never stop being upset about Neji. Oh, this shot. Controversial stuff, especially with the Sage of Six Paths, but so hype in animation though. This look for Naruto. That look for Naruto, the Sage thing. Kaguya. Still controversial. I still feel like they've done a great job of expanding on the Otsusuke ever since, but the Kaguya stuff just, always gonna rub me the wrong way a bit. Cause like a lot of people. Cause it's just like, no, you should have built up to it more. You know, you should have talked to her a lot more. Cause I was reading it, and then all of a sudden it's just like they started talking about Kaguya within like the last like few chapters up until her reveal, and it's just like, whoa. We didn't talk about any of this prior. That's a bit of a conflict with something that happened in One Piece too, but he got to say goodbye to his dad at least. Sasuke's malice was still there. Come on, show at least a little bit more of the fist fight. This moment. See, the fight between Naruto and Sasuke though, amazing in the manga, amazing in the anime, just killed it. So thematic. Yeah, happy 20th anniversary, Naruto. Man, so many great moments, so many great. And of course they focused on the fight between Naruto and Sasuke. How could you not? Like, seriously, how could you not? It was the biggest theme of the series. It was the draw. It was the pull-in. It was the money maker. You know, whenever you got a Naruto versus Sasuke moment, it was the stuff that everybody came to see. You know, Bleach, it had plenty of great fight, but it never had that rivalry. Neither did One Piece, honestly speaking. They had, you know, rival fights before, but it's the equivalent to the Goku versus Vegeta situation. You know, even though in the future they squashed their beef, it was that rivalry that really had people just coming back time and time again because they wanted to see that fight. They wanted to see how they progress, how they grow, how they adapt, how they'd eventually get to that fated fight. Now, I will admit, their final fight is just like, it felt like a bit of a formality, like it should have happened before the fight with Kaguya, but at the same time, it was just like, no, we need to settle this shit. Sasuke's ambition, his malice, it hadn't been quenched. It hadn't been quenched yet. You had to do something. And the battle at the Valley of the End. Oh, so good. Such a good shot. Like they knew. They understood the selling point of these moments. And it really does make me just think like, man, what if we got all this stuff reanimated? Yeah, no. It's not gonna happen, but maybe in another, I don't know, I'd say give it another decade or two. Or maybe we'll get like a re-edited version of Naruto that cuts down a lot of the filler moments. Because that's the thing. They really stretched out the runtime, but that was a tried and true practice when you had an ongoing anime against an ongoing manga. Before the realization of how good seasonal anime could be. There was almost this fear, just like, oh, if we go off the air at any point, we'll lose that popularity. It's just like, no, you lose that popularity by just not having anything interesting going on. Though I will admit, at least with Naruto's filler, a lot of times it was a reason to get to know some of the rest of the cast a little bit more. The Konoha 11 and stuff. Without most of that filler, we'd never really see Tamari do much of anything. Most of the filler is always centered around Tamari and when she fights, because it became such a recurring thing where Kishimoto never had Tamari fight anyone. Well, she did, but it would always be off screen, and it's like, why do you never show her fight? Like, never in the course of the Naruto manga do you ever see Tamari fight. It's always before, then after. Or a little bit during, when she's like off to the side getting ready to fight. Again, like a momentary reprieve or something like that. But you never see the Tamari in the midst of battle. And like, this is the exact same shot from the anime before. It's just redone. That's why I'm just like, no, you had to have like assets saved over. Because you don't see the way Naruto looks here throughout the rest of this animation. It's like, no, you took from those original cells, you animated over it, something like that. Which isn't bad, because it's like, no, if you're gonna do it, why not? Why not? Just pump up the colors, because this scene in the actual anime is desaturated, flat colors, a lot of gray tones and stuff like that. It's just like, no, we bumped up the color, put some more effects on it, brightened it up a little bit, but it's still like the best stuff. I do wish we got this little bit of a backstory with the two of them before, like maybe, because it feels so interesting that we established Sasuke a little bit after the fact to a certain degree. There will never be anything more controversial than Itachi's whole motivation. I remember watching it on YouTube. The fight with Haku. Oh, Haku. God, and I was reading this in the manga too. That was the thing. I regularly read Naruto's manga like from the jump because my school library started getting them in. In fact, my buddy, who we nicknamed Naruto because he would always be looking at Naruto and anything. He was the Naruto guy, and he made sure our school library got in manga. And I would read Naruto religiously. Each volume that came would read it. And then the anime came out on Toonami, and I ended up being kind of pissed because they edited it down and censored a lot of things. I remember always thinking like, at some point Sakura's really gonna shine. And she had like maybe one or two moments over the course of the series. 3, maybe if you count some stuff from Boruto. But it sucks that Sakura really kind of got the shaft, but I feel like other mangaka have started to do more with their female characters, but it does tend to be a problem here and there. Sasuke's journey with Orochimaru. Naruto's fight against Kiba. Oh god. It makes it seem so intense, but just think with this image, just a moment ago, I farted in Kiba's face. Oh man. We didn't really see a lot of his training with Kakashi. It would have been great to see more of what went on when Kakashi was training Sasuke. Because it feels like Sasuke never really took too many of the lessons he learned from Kakashi too much to heart. Man, Sakura though, she really got the shaft. Naruto trains with Jiraiya, Sasuke trains with Kakashi, and Sakura just, go do your own thing. Oh man, the fight against Neji, Tamari was a great one. This is where I really started to love Shikamaru. Like, I think for a lot of people, this is where they started to love Shikamaru. Like, this fight, this moment. It's just like, oh, there's such a richness to his character. Their late arrival, I remember it being so drawn out in the anime. But the fight against Gaara was so good. And the Hokage, that was so intense. The arrival of Itachi and Kisame, Tsunade, I love Tsunade. And that rivalry they had really started to come to the forefront more and more. Because it wasn't like so intense beforehand. But it started to become this malicious thing as time went on because Sasuke started to realize, okay, so apparently there's something special to Naruto. And the resentment that Naruto used to have towards Sasuke started to have towards Naruto, but it was so completely unfounded, and you're like, no, there's a whole different reason, dude. And the fight on the rooftop. I always remember that scene where you see things from behind Sakura and her running towards to stop Naruto and Sasuke. Oh, so good. I love that moment with the water towers too. And Sasuke leaving Sakura. I always felt some kind of way about this moment. Like, nothing bad or negative or anything like that. It was just an interesting moment. And Naruto's race. Like, no, that is purely from the original anime. These wrinkles, look, I've seen the Naruto anime enough times to be like, oh man, these shots are just ripped right from the original anime. This fight though. And some of these new animated shots are good too. Battle at the Valley of the End. Such a money-making moment. Sasuke Kitsune. I feel like this shot is also from the anime too. And God, this hallway. I will always remember this hallway because it's the first scene we got when Shippuden first came out. And they were just like, oh, let's give him that little bit of a tease of Naruto's meeting with Sasuke. And I remember being like, wait, we just got to this moment a little while ago in the manga. Wait a minute. Coming out of that hallway, meeting Sasuke for the first time again after all this time. So good. And Sasuke just straight up murking Orochimaru out of nowhere. Orochimaru was such a big thing and Sasuke just does away with him. And it's just like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, it still kind of hacks how Orochimaru comes back later, but it's just like, man, dang, you just murked Orochimaru out of nowhere. Sasori, art is an explosion. I mean, Deidara. Sorry, Deidara. Art is an explosion. Then Sasori. It was fine with Sakura getting such a assist from old lady Chiyo because it was just like, oh, she'll get better as time went on. Proceed to hardly ever see her in any form of combat until like the finale. The fight on the bridge against Orochimaru. The death of Azuma. Dang, that took me so off guard too because it's like, what? We barely even got to know Asuma. That sucks. Great for Shikamaru's character, but and how Itachi died around the same time as Jiraiya, so both Naruto and Sasuke were going through some stuff. That was thematically great by Kishimoto. Like, dang, Kishimoto. Dang! On this moment. Iruka doesn't always get much shine, but these moments, he's always there when Naruto really needs it. The battle against Pain, the 6 paths of pain. Raikage was a beast. The first introduction to the Hokage was awesome. They felt like they lived up to what it meant to be a Hokage. And Toby. I love the misdirects that Kishimoto came up with. It's just like, it's Obito. Oh, it's Obito. It's Madara? What? How he threw us off. Because so many people guessed who he was from the beginning. And then it's just like, okay, it's Madara. Yeah, it's Madara. It's like, psych, bitch. I also love how this depicts Sasuke's malice. you have these just shots of Sasuke's malice here and there, and his growing descent into his anger and personal insanity. This was actually the point where Sasuke kind of... I started to really lose any hope of Sasuke being redeemed. Because this moment where he was just attacking people left and right, those who were supporting him and stuff, it was like, yeah, no, I think I'd be done with him by this point. Good on Naruto for sticking with him. Yeah, Naruto, you are a purer person than I am. Because I would've. Sasuke. Which, I mean, they still came to blows, but even still, the Masquetta statue. Naruto's meeting with his mom, so good. And the backstory, dang. It still raises a lot of questions of like, why didn't the third Hokage ever tell people Naruto was the son of the hero who saved them, and the sacrifice was having the beast locked away? Like, if people still had hangups about that'd be another story. It's just like, okay, that shows the duality of people who, they honor Minato, but they still feel like, he could release the Nine Tails at any time. Like, we should be done with him. No, if you kill him, that might release the Nine Tails, yada, yada, yada. Who knows, he might go crazy. So they just avoid him. But then he wants attention. There was so many ways you could have gotten around making the third Hokage look like a friggin' asshole and disregarding the son of his successor. Paints a very unfortunate light. And I remember the hype when Naruto first went into this form and mode and just, yeah, boy. It was like Super Saiyan, man. Just, yo. This shot, I remember reading this and just being like, what? Because for a second I thought it was just, so many of us were just like, oh, okay, this is just some weird layout that Kishimoto was doing. And then we realized, no, he actually headbutted the motherfucker. It took so many people off guard because it's just like, what? He actually headbutted him. Oh, so good. Oh, and Sasuke getting to team up with Itachi one final time. And the reveal of who this Madara truly is. Again, another situation where it's just like, I wouldn't forgive him. I would never forgive them. And you know what? It's probably a great thing he died at the end, because it's just like, no, you did a little too many bad things. I'm sorry. I get it. You really loved Rin, but bruh. And Neji, I will always be mad about this. I will always be mad. I will always be mad. She's like, no, you didn't need to do this. You didn't need to do this. Poor Neji. I miss you, Neji. And then the whole Sage of Six Paths thing, that kind of caught me a little bit off guard, and I felt some kind of way about it, but it wasn't the worst. It was Kaguya. It's always going to be Kaguya that just makes you go, no, you didn't need to do that. You should have set it up more. Madara was already making for a good enough villain. I do appreciate Sakura getting in that one hit, but I do wish she had gotten some kind of power up or something to make her fully feel like she was standing with them. Because, man, people have memed the shit out of that. Yeah, I could finally stand alongside Naruto and Sasuke. And it was just like, no. Like, shoot, if we had, at least had, one moment where she chucked a mountain at somebody, or even that moment with Guy taking on Madara, had that have been Sakura in his place or something, that would have been another story. That would have been like, yo! But no. But then again, Sasuke's malice. And man, this moment, this really hit. The fact that they both lost an arm, yo! Hell of a sacrifice. Man, that's a lot of blood. It's like, oh man. Damn, that was a metal way to end things. Any resentment I had towards any of the Kage stuff was gone at this point. Because I was just like, yo! Dude. Oh, man. It was kind of cheesy with the statue hands, but even still. That was great. Just going down memory lane, man. Years of my life. And I'm not regularly watching Boruto, In fact, I'm still like on a rewatch of Naruto, but I haven't budged for like a long time, so I plan on eventually catching up with Boruto. But regardless, tell me your memories of Naruto. When did you get into the series? Before it ended? After it ended? Did you start with the manga? Did you start with the original anime? Did you watch it on YouTube, Toonami? How did you originally access it? I'm interested in your story, so let me know in the comments below. Also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. I do Boruto manga reactions, so definitely check those out. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.